all season, pretty consistently, I've said I believe we'll stay up. And I'm not saying that I've not wavered with that. I'm not saying I've had squeaky bum moments, and I'm certainly not saying that I'm any sort of oracle. I just believe that we've got enough in the squad to stay up. I still feel we've got enough to stay up, and we've put ourselves in a position where we should stay up. The odds are in our favour with a 4-point gap. But I'd be lying to you if I said I wasn't still very, very nervous. I think all of us are going through the same emotions now, whether you're a positive fan like myself, generally positive fan like myself, or whether you're someone who tends to be a bit more glass half empty. I think no matter what your persuasion, we're all feeling the same. We all know we should get this done, but we're all very concerned it doesn't get done on Saturday, and then that's pressure on Newport away. So yeah, it's uncomfortable. Monday was a reasonable day, in terms of results. It could have been an awful lot better because we could have been safe, but it could have bame an awful lot worse. And being Tranmere fans, we've got a long history. We've all been going and following the club long enough to know that if the worst could happen, then with Tranmere, there's a strong possibility that the worst will happen. So we all went into Monday not necessarily believing the worst would happen, but fearing the worst, that we could go to bed Monday night only a point outside the relegation zone. That same fear is still there going into Saturday's game against Crewe. But, as I say, 4 points to 2 games swing. There's only 2 games for Carlisle to do it. Yes, they'll feel they've still got a bit of momentum, but I'm still holding on to that Tom Gill positivity I've had all season. I think it would be disingenuous of me to desert that stance now that it is squeaky bum time. So nervous, yes, just like everyone else, but still believe that we should and will get it done.
Well, the stats say Tranmere will get it done, because if you look back over the history of League Two in recent years, if we account only for fully completed seasons, so that wipes out 2019-20, the COVID season, the points total that Tranmere currently have would have seen them safe in every season since 2017-18, which is the year in which Barnet went down with 46. Tranmere have 45. Now, Southend did go down with 45 one year, but their goal difference is worse, or was worse, than what Tranmere's currently is. So, to a degree, would Tranmere be unlucky were they to go down, given the points total they've amassed so far? A point per game, generally, is what sees you safe in League Two.
Yeah, I see your point, and a lot of the time we draw comparisons. We look at the history of the division, but it's all relative to the division at that time, and I think everybody agrees. I personally think the League Two is always pretty poor, no matter what teams are in it. Whether it's Wrexham and Stockport or Bolton or whoever. I always think it's a low level of division anyway. But it is all relative to what season you're playing in. And this season, I think everyone agrees that League Two is not a good level. It's a poor division. This was a free pass to anyone who had just an ounce of ambition. This was a season where it was like, okay, there you go. Go and be bang average, and you'll probably finish top 3. Certainly finish top 7. So, would we be unfortunate? I'd say if we were this bad in previous seasons, we'd possibly be worse off in terms of points, because the League Two being poor all the time, it's even more poor this season, and we've just underperformed. So, relative to the rest of the division, I think we should survive. I think it would be unfortunate if we went down with 45 points this season, but I think if we'd been as bad as we are this season any other year, I think we'd have been rock bottom. I think we're very, very fortunate that Morecambe have been poor for virtually the entire season, and Carlisle have only last minute saloon decided that they want to stop being poor. So I get your points, but I think drawing comparisons to previous seasons doesn't really work when you get to this business end. This business end, we all know what needs to be done. It doesn't matter what happened in the past. This season, we could pick up 2 more wins and finish on 51 points, which we know we're not going down. Or we could lose both of our 2 remaining games and still potentially go down with 45 points. And if that's what happens, we could say it's unfortunate based on previous occurrences in this division. But really, there's only one reason that we go down if it happens, and that's the mismanagement and the what's the phrase, the sort of controlled decline. I think that's the phrase. Things have steadily gotten worse. Look at the January transfer window we've just had. If we go down, it's not because we're unfortunate. It's because very little effort has been made from the top. Coming from someone who supported the owners all the way through, they haven't really equipped us with the tools we need to have a good season. January, all it needed was a couple of signings who could have an impact, and we'd be mid-table comfortably. I said it at the time, and I stand by it now. We didn't make any effort in January, and we are where we are. We deserve to be where we are, but I still think it should be enough to survive.